Welcome to Bacolod City in the Philippines. Bacolod is a city on the northwest coast of Negros Island in the Philippines. The 19th-century San Sebastian Cathedral stands beside Bacolod Public Plaza. Its original bells are on display in the churchyard outside. The Dizon Ramos Museum is a 1950s house packed with memorabilia and photographs of the prominent family that once lived there. The Capitol Park and Lagoon has a lake and two golden water buffalo statues. Bacolod City. Bacolod, officially the City of Bacolod, BKL'd, Hiligaynon, Dakbanwa, Ciudad Sang Bacolod, or often referred to as Bacolod City, is a first-class highly urbanized city on Negros Island in Western Visayas, Region 6, Philippines. It is the capital of the province of Negros Occidental, where it is geographically situated but governed administratively independent from it. Having a total of 561,875 inhabitants as of the 2015 census, it is the most populous city in Western Visayas and the second most populous city in the Visayas after Cebu City. It is the center of the Bacolod metropolitan area, which also includes the cities of Sili and Talisay with a total population of 791,019 inhabitants, along with a total area of 578.65 square kilometers, 223.42 square miles. It is notable for its Mascara festival held during the third week of October and is known for being a relatively friendly city, as it bears the nickname the City of Smiles. The city is also famous for its local delicacies piaya and chicken in Hazel. In 2008, Bacolod topped a survey by MoneySense magazine as the best place to live in the Philippines. The city has also been declared by the Department of Science and Technology as a Center of Excellence for Information Technology and Business Process Management Operations. In 2017 and 2019, Bacolod was awarded as the Top Philippine Model City is Most Livable Urban Center in PH by the Manila Times. Here are the few questions that you may ask about Bacolod City. 1. What is Bacolod City known for? Bacolod is the capital city of the province of Negros Occidental in the Philippines. It is known as the City of Smiles because of its Mascara festival, a Mardi Gras-like festival and a spectacularly vivid mix of dance, color and music. 2. Is Bacolod City safe? Some people may put scary picture about the safety in going to Bacolod City. But it is one of the safest cities to visit in the Philippines today. 3. Why is Bacolod the best place to live? It offers rich experiences in culture, food and fun, and is said to have the ideal combination of urban progress and country charm. It further boasts of a rich history, scenic environment and a hospitable community. For those looking to live outside the metro, Bacolod is one of the best alternative places to settle in. 4. How far is Bacolod from Manila? 487 kilometers. The distance between Manila and Bacolod City is 487 kilometers. 5. Is Bacolod worth visiting? While there's not much attraction in Bacolod, the city is a good base and entry point for exploring the top tourist attractions in Negros Occidental such as Mount Canlaon Natural Park, the ruins, Sili, Campus Tuhan Highlands, Lacawan Island, Carbon Reef, and Sapali. Visitors can even cross to Iloilo City by sea. 6. Why is Bacolod the best place to live? It offers rich experiences in culture, food and fun, and is said to have the ideal combination of urban progress and country charm. It further boasts of a rich history, scenic environment and a hospitable community. For those looking to live outside the metro, Bacolod is one of the best alternative places to settle in. Here is the full history of Bacolod City. Spanish colonial period. Historical church accounts provide a glimpse of the early years of Bacolod as a mere small settlement by the riverbank known as Magsungi, translated as horn-shaped in English. When the neighboring settlement of Bago was elevated into the status of a small town in 1575. It had several religious dependencies and one of which was the village of Magsungi. The early missionaries placed the village under the care and protection of St. Sebastian sometime in the middle of the 18th century. A corregidor English, magistrate by the name of Luis Fernando de Luna, donated a relic of the saint for the growing mission, and since then, the village came to be known as San Sebastián de Magsung I. Bacolod was not established as a town until 1755 or 1756, after the inhabitants of the coastal settlement of San Sebastián de Magsung I were attacked by forces under Datu Bantalan of Sulu on July 14, 1755, and the villagers transferred from the coast to a hilly area called Bacolod, which is now the barangay of Granada. Bernardino de los Santos became the first gobernadorcillo English, municipal judge or governor. The town of Bacolod was constituted as a parroquia English, parish in 1788 under the secular clergy, but did not have a resident priest until 1802, as the town was served by the priest from Bago, and later Binalbagan. By 1790, slave raids on Bacolod by Moro pirates had ceased. Opening square bracket. On the 11th of February 1802, Father Eusebio Laurencio became acting parish priest of Bacolod. In September 1806, Father Leon Pedro was appointed interim parish priest and the following year became the first regular parish priest. In September 1817, Fray English, Friar Julian Gonzaga from Barcelona was appointed as the parish priest. He encouraged the people to settle once again near the sea. He also encouraged migration to Bacolod and the opening of lands to agriculture and industry. San Sebastian Cathedral at night. In 1846, upon the request of Romualdo Gimeno, Bishop of Cebu and Negros at that time, Governor-General Narciso Claveria y Zaldúa sent to Negros a team of Recollect missionaries headed by priest Fernando Cuenca. A decree of 20 June 1848 by Gobernador-General Claveria ordered the restructuring of Negros politically and religiously. The following year 1849, Negros Island Gobernadorcillo Manuel Valdiviso y Morquecho transferred the capital of the province of Negros from Himamaylan to Bacolod, and the Augustinian Recollects were asked to assume spiritual administration of Negros, which they did that same year. Transfer of Bacolod to the Recollects, however, took place only in 1871. Fray Mauricio Ferrero became the first Augustinian Recollect parish priest of Bacolod and successor to the secular priest, Father Mariano Avila. In 1863, a compulsory primary public school system was set up. In 1889, Bacolod became the capital of Occidental Negros when the province of Negros was politically divided into the separate provinces of Occidental Negros Spanish, Negros Occidental and Oriental Negros Spanish, Negros Oriental. Revolution and Republic of Negros. Fountain of Justice and downtown Bacolod, the site where the Spanish authorities surrender Bacolod to the forces of General Aniceto Lacson, which took place on November 6, 1898 during the Negros Revolution. Last page of the Acta de Capitulation. The success of the uprising in Bacolod and environs was attributed to the low morale of the local Imperial Spanish detachment, due to its defeat in Pani and Luzon, and to the psychological warfare waged by Generals Aniceto Lacson and Juan Araneta. In 1897, a battle in Bacolod was fought at Matabang River. A year later, on November 5, 1898, the Negrense Revolucionarios English, Negrense Revolutionary Army, armed with knives, bolos, spears, and rifle-like nipper palm stems, and pieces of sawali or amacan mounted on carts, captured the convent, presently Palacio Episcopal English, Bishop's Palace, where Colonel Isidro de Castro y Cisneros, well-armed cazadores English, hunters, and platoons of guardias civiles English, civil guards, surrendered. On 7 November 1898, most of the Revolutionary Army gathered together to establish a provisional junta and to confirm the elections of Aniceto Lacson as president, Juan Araneta as war delegate, as well as the other officials. For a brief moment, the provinces of Occidental Negros and Oriental Negros were reunited under the cantonal government of the Negrense Revolucionarios, from 6 November 1898 to the end of February 1899, making Bacolod the capital. In March 1899, the American forces led by Colonel James G. Smith occupied Bacolod, the revolutionary capital of República Cantonal de Negros, English, Cantonal Republic of Negroes. American colonial period. Bacolod Public Plaza during bicycle races in 1901. The Cantonal Republic of Negroes became a U.S. territory on April 30, 1901. This separated Negroes Island once again, reverting Bacolod to its status as the capital of Occidental Negroes. The public school of Instituto Rizal, English, Rizal Institute, opened its doors to students on 1 July 1902. Colegio de Nuestra Señora de la Consolación, English, College of Our Lady of Consolation, the first private institution in the province of Negros Occidental, was established in Bacolod by the Augustinian Sisters on March 11, 1919 and opened in July 1919. A historic event took place in 1938 when municipality of Bacolod was elevated into a city through Commonwealth Act No. 326 passed by the First National Assembly of the Philippines creating the city of Bacolod. Assemblyman Pedro C. Hernández of the 2nd District of Negros Occidental sponsored the bill. The law was passed on June 18, 1938. Bacolod was formally inaugurated as a chartered city on October 19, 1938 by virtue of Commonwealth Act No. 404, highlighted by the visit of Commonwealth President Manuel L. Quezon. President Quezon appointed Alfredo Montelibano Sr. as the first city mayor of Bacolod. Japanese occupation and Allied liberation. In World War II, Bacolod was occupied by the Japanese forces on May 21, 1942. Lieutenant General Kono Takeshi, the Japanese commanding officer of the 77th Infantry Brigade, 102nd Division, seized the homes of Don Generoso Villanueva, a prominent sugar planter, whose home, the Daku Bali, served as the seat of power occupational headquarters for the Japanese forces in Negros and all of the central Visayan region of the Philippines, and being the tallest building of Bacolod, it served as the city's watchtower, and the home of his brother-in-law, Don Mariano Ramos, the first appointed municipal president of Bacolod. The home of Don Generoso was lived in by Lieutenant General Takeshi throughout the duration of the war and also served as his office, and the home of Don Mariano was occupied by a Japanese colonel serving under the command of Lieutenant General Takeshi. The city was liberated by joint Philippine and American forces on May 29, 1945. It took time to rebuild the city after liberation. However, upon the orders of Lieutenant General Takeshi, both the homes of Villanueva and Ramos were saved from destruction by the retreating Japanese forces. In March 1945, upon the invasion of the American and Philippine Commonwealth forces, the withdrawal of the Japanese army into the mountains and the temporary occupation of Bacolod by the combined U.S. and Philippine Commonwealth armed forces, the House of Villanueva was then occupied by Major General Rap Brush, commander of the 40th Infantry Division, known as the Sunburst Division, for approximately 5 months. The local Philippine military built and established the general headquarters and camp bases of the Philippine Commonwealth Army, which was active from January 3, 1942 to June 30, 1946. The 7th Constabulary Regiment of the Philippine Constabulary was also active from October 28, 1944 to June 30, 1946 and was stationed in Bacolod during and after World War II. Independent Philippines. When the country finally gained complete independence from the United States, the city's public markets and slaughterhouses were rebuilt during the administration of then Mayor Vicente Remigio from 1947 to 1949. In 1948, a fire razed a portion of the records section of the old City Hall that consumed the rear end of the building and with it, numerous priceless documents of the city. Bacolod was classified as a highly urbanized city. On September 27, 1984, by the provision of Section 166 and 168 of the Local Government Code and the DILG Memo Circular No. 83-49. In January 1985, the original hardwood and coral structure of Palacio Episcopal was almost entirely destroyed by a fire. Among the damage of the raging fire were items of significant historical value. The reconstruction of Palacio, which took more than 2 years, was completed in 1990. Geography. Bacolod is located on the northwestern coast of the large island of Negros. Within the island, it is bounded on the north by the city of Talasea, on the east by the town of Murcia, and on the south by the city of Bago. As a coastal city, it is bounded on the west by the Guimaras Strait, serving as a natural border of northwestern Negros Island region to the neighboring western Visayas. The global location of Bacolod is 10 degrees, 40 minutes 40 seconds, north and 122 degrees 54 minutes 25 seconds, east, with Bacolod Public Plaza as the benchmark. Bacolod has a total land area of 16,267 hectares, 162.67 square kilometers, 62.81 square miles, including straits and bodies of water, and the 124 hectares, 310 acres reclamation area, and is composed of 61 barangay villages and 639 purok smaller units composing a barangay village. It is accessible by sea through the ports of Banago, the Bredco port in the reclamation area, and the port of Pulapandan. By air, it is accessible through the Bacolod Silly International Airport, which is approximately 13.4 is counting from the lagoon kilometers away from the center of the city. Statue of Pope John Paul II, built on the site where he delivered a message on February 20, 1981. Bacolod is ideally located on a level area, slightly sloping down as it extends toward the sea, with an average slope of 0.9% for the city proper and between 3 and 5% for the suburbs. The altitude is 32.8 feet or 10.0 meters above sea level, with the Bacolod City Public Plaza as the benchmark. Bacolod has 2 pronounced seasons, wet and dry. The rainy, wet season starts from May to January of the following year, with heavy rains occurring during the months of August and September. The dry season starts from the month of February until the last week of April. Economy. Bacolod is the Philippines' 3rd fastest growing economy in terms of information technology and business process outsourcing (BPO) activities. The city has been recommended by the Information and Communication Technology Office of the Department of Science and Technology (DUST) and Business Processing Association of the Philippines (BPAP) as the best location in the Visayas for BPO activities. Bacolod ranked 3rd among the top 10 next wave cities of the Philippines for the best location for BPO and offshoring, according to a 2010 report of the Commission on Information and Communications Technology. 41 In 2013, the city was declared a Center of Excellence for IT Business Process Management Operations by the DUST, joining the ranks of Metro Manila, Metro Cebu and Clark Freeport Zone. Concentrics Bacolod, San Antonio Park Square, Lacson Street, Mandalagan. Among the notable BPO companies operating in the city are Concentrics, Teleperformance, TTEC, Icor, Transcom, Ubiquity Global Services, Panasiatic Solutions, Focus Direct Inc. Bacolod, Pierre and Paul Solutions, Inc. TELESYNERGY Corp. Bacolod. Hit Rate Solutions, Next Level IT Teleservices, Focus Inc. Group Corporation FGC+, ShoreCloud Corporation, Pathcutters Philippines Inc., TeleQuest Voice Services TQVS, ARB Call Facilities, Inc., and AIMEDIA Call Solution. Negros' first cyber center IT and BPO hub. In 2012, a 2-hectare (4.9-acre) portion of the 4-hectare (9.9-acre) Paglorm Sports Complex was partitioned for the construction of the provincial government-owned Negros First Cyber Center (NFCC) as an IT BPO outsourcing hub with a budget of P674 million. It is located at Lacson Corner Hernandez Streets and offers up to 22,000 square meters of mixed IT BPO and commercial spaces. Its facilities are divided into 3 sections: information technology, commercial support facilities, and common IT facilities. It was inaugurated in April 2015 in rites led by President Benigno S. Aquino III. The area was initially a residential zone and has been reclassified as a commercial zone as approved by the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance. Opening square bracket. Along its highways, sugarcane plantations are a typical scene. As of 2003, 7,216 hectares (17,830 acres) of the city's 8,560 hectares (21,200 acres) of agricultural land were still planted with sugarcane. Meanwhile, 915 hectares (2,260 acres) were devoted to rice, 120 hectares (300 acres) to assorted vegetables, 100 hectares (250 acres) to coconut, 43 hectares (110 acres) to banana and 34 hectares (84 acres) to corn. According to the Philippine Cities Competitiveness Ranking Project 2005 of Asian Institute of Management (AIM), Bacolod tops the list in terms of infrastructure, ahead of such other mid-size cities like Iligan, Calamba and General Santos. The city also tops the list in terms of quality of life, ahead of such other mid-size cities like San Fernando, Baguio, Iloilo and Lipa. AIM also recognized Bacolod as one of the top sports football audience in attendance in a Series Negros FC game. Bacolod hosted the 2005 Southeast Asian Games football tournament, the 2007 ASEAN Football Championship qualification, the 2010 AFC U16 Championship qualification and the 2012 AFC Challenge Cup qualification playoff. First leg was held at the Panad Stadium where the Philippines won 2-0 over Mongolia. Likewise, the city has the home football stadium of the Philippines national football team (ASCALs). The Philippines Football League side Series Negros FC is based in the city, playing their home games at the newly renovated Panad Park and Stadium. Since Bacolod is also being tagged as a football city in the country, 57, an ordinance was approved by the City Council in June 2015, setting the third week of the month of April every year as the Bacolod City Football Festival Week. Series Negros FC is the Philippines Football League 2018 champion. Basketball. 2008 PBA All-Star Weekend was held in the city and since then has been a regular venue of Philippine Basketball Association out-of-town games. Also, the Sandugo Unigames 2012 was hosted by the city, participated by various universities around the country, notably those who compete in the UAAP. The city was also the home of the Negros Slashers of the now-defunct Metropolitan Basketball Association, playing their home games at the USLS Coliseum. Karate. The 1996 Philippine Karatedo Federation (PKF) National Championships and the 20th PKF National Open 2007 were held in the city. Both events were hosted by La Salle Coliseum of the University of St. La Salle. The tournaments were contested by hundreds of karatecas all over the country. Golf. There are 2 major golf courses in the city, the Bacolod Golf and Country Club and the Negros Occidental Golf and Country Club. The city hosted the 61st Philippine Airlines Inter-Club Golf Tournament and the 2008 Philippine Amateur Golf Championship. A golf tournament sponsored by the city mayor is also held every Mascara. Mixed martial arts. Bacolod is home to many mixed martial arts competitions including quarterly fights hosted by the Universal Reality Combat Championship. 61 Parkour edit. The first parkour team in Negros, known as Parkour Bacolod, started in late 2007. Festivals. Mascara Festival. Mascara Festival street dancing. The world-renowned Mascara Festival Hiligaynon, Pista sang Mascara, Filipino. Fiestaing Mascara is an annual festival with highlights held every 4th Sunday of October in Bacolod, Philippines. Panad sa Negros Festival. The Panad SA Negros Festival, also called simply as the Panad Festival, sometimes spelled as Pana-ad, is a festival held annually during the month of April in Bacolod City, the capital of Negros Occidental Province in the Philippines. Panad is the Hiligaynon word for vow or promise. The festival is a form of thanksgiving to divine providence and commemoration of a vow in exchange for a good life. The celebration is held at the Panad Park, which also houses the Panad Stadium, and is participated in by the 13 cities and 19 towns of the province. For this reason, the province dubs it the mother of all its festivals. Bacolodiat Festival. Bacolod's Chinese New Year Festival. It comes from the word Bacolod and Lao diet, which means celebration. 67 Infrastructure. Panad Park and Stadium. South bleachers of the Panad Stadium Grandstand. The Panad Park and Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium in the city. It is currently used mostly for football matches. It is the home stadium of Philippines Football League team series Negros FC. It was used for the 2005 Southeast Asian Games and was the venue of the pre-qualifiers of the 2007 ASEAN Football Championship or ASEAN Cup. The stadium has a seating capacity of 15,500, but holds around 20,000 people with standing areas. It is unofficially designated as the home stadium of the Philippines national football team. Aside from the football field, it also has a rubberized track oval, an Olympic-size swimming pool and other sports facilities. The stadium is also the home of Panad SA Negros Festival, a week-long celebration participated in by all cities and municipalities in the province held annually every summer. The festival is highlighted by merry-making, field demonstrations, pageant and concert at the stadium. The stadium itself features replicas of the landmarks of the 13 cities and 19 municipalities of Negros Occidental. Bacolod Public Plaza. The Bacolod Public Plaza is one of the notable landmarks in Bacolod, the capital of Negros Occidental, which is found right in the heart of downtown area, very near to the City Hall and right across the San Sebastian Cathedral. The plaza is the celebrated place of Mas Cara Festival. 68 It is a week-long festival held each year in Bacolod City every third weekend of October nearest October 19, the city's charter anniversary. Bacolod Public Plaza is the final destination of Mascara street dancing competitions, which is the highlights of the celebration. Capital Park and Lagoon. Pagimud Os by Eduardo S. Castrillo. The Capital Park and Lagoon is a provincial park located right in the heart of Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, in the Philippines. One of the landmarks of the park is the carabao water buffalo being reared by a woman. This carabao is located at the northern end of the lagoon. On the southern end, there is also another carabao sculpture being pulled by a man. Locals are known to feed popcorns, pop rice, and other edible delicacies sold within the park to the fishers in the lagoon. Negros Museum. Negros Museum is a privately owned provincial museum situated in the Negros Occidental Provincial Capital Complex in Bacolod City, Philippines. The structure was built in 1925 as the Provincial Agriculture Building. Negros Museum Café serves the needs of museum goers and walk-in guests, situated in the west annex of the museum. It includes a separate entrance, which includes an open air and an in-house station occasionally used for small theatre plays and art exhibitions. The café and the resident chef, Guido Nijson, serves as the official caterer of the Office of the Governor and the provincial government of Negros Occidental for official dignitary functions. Paglorm Sports Complex. Inside the Paglorm Sports Complex. The Paglorm Sports Complex is a provincial-owned sports venue adjacent to the Negros Occidental High School established during the 1970s that hosted various football events, such as the 1991 Philippines International Cup and the football event of the 2005 Southeast Asian Games. It also hosted 3 editions of the Palarong Pambansa 1971, 1974, 1979. However, the stadium became unfit to host football matches following the erection of business establishments around the area. In 2012, a 2-hectare portion of the 4-hectare complex was partitioned for the construction of the capital-owned Negroes First Cyber Center (NFCC) as an ITBPO outsourcing hub. As of 2013, the provincial government has been proposing for a renovation of the stadium to serve as alternative venue to Pinard Park and Stadium, particularly for football competition. Recently, the Paglorm Sports Complex also serves as an alternative venue to the Bacolod Public Plaza for the Mas Cara Festival celebration. Negroes Occidental Multi-Purpose Activity Center. The Negroes Occidental Multi-Purpose Activity Center is a provincial-owned multi-use gym adjacent to the Capitol Park and Lagoon. It is currently used mostly for basketball, karate-do and boxing matches. Aside from the gym, it also serves as evacuation site of the province during calamities. Likewise also serves as cultural facilities in many events. Bays Center. The Bacolod Arts and Youth Sports Center is a multi-use gym fronting the Bacolod Public Plaza. It is used mostly for basketball, karate-do and boxing matches, and was previously used in events in the city like the Mas Cara Festival activities and other government-related activities like seminars, business and political gatherings. The gym has a seating capacity of more than 1,000. It is officially designated as the COMELEC tally headquarters for both local and national election in the Philippines. Bacolod City Baywalk. Art district located along Lacson Street is known for its street art mural and graffiti, restaurants and nightlife. Education. List of private schools in Bacolod and list of tertiary schools in Bacolod. Colegio San Agustin, Bacolod Administration Building facade. Bacolod currently has 3 large universities and more than a dozen other schools specializing in various courses. Currently, as sanctioned by the Department of Education, all primary and secondary institutions in the city use the K-12 educational system. The city alone currently hosts 3 of well-known educational institutions in the nation. These are, University of Saint La Salle 1952, a La Sallian district school and the second oldest campus founded by the De La Salle Philippines congregation in the country. University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos 1941, administered by the Order of Augustinian Recollects and the first university in the province of Negros Occidental and the city of Bacolod. STI West Negros University 1948, founded by Baptist Protestants and later acquired by the STI Education Systems Holdings, Inc. Other noteworthy tertiary colleges include Colegio San Agustin, Bacolod 1962. La Consolacion College Bacolod 1919. Riverside College, Inc. 1961. Carlos Helado Memorial State College 1954. John B. Lacson Colleges Foundation, Bacolod, Inc. 1974. VMA Global College 1974. Bacolod Christian College of Negroes 1954. Bacolod City College 1997. Our Lady of Mercy College, Bacolod 2008. College of Arts and Sciences of Asia and the Pacific, Bacolod Campus 2011. AMA Computer College, Bacolod Campus. ABE International Business College, Bacolod Campus. Asian College of Aeronautics, Bacolod Branch, Main Campus 2003. Transportation. Bacolod Silly Airport. The Bacolod Silly International Airport Terminal Building. The Bacolod Silly International Airport, located in nearby city of Silly, is 15 kilometers northeast from Bacolod. Bacolod is 1 hour by air from Manila, 30 minutes by air from Cebu, 1 hour by air from Cagayan de Oro and 1 hour and 10 minutes by air from Davao City. Bacolod City Domestic Airport was the former airport serving the general area of Bacolod. It was one of the busiest airports in the Western Visayas region, when Bacolod and Negros Occidental were both still part of it. This airport was later replaced by the new Bacolod Silly International Airport, located in Silly. It was classified as such by the Air Transportation Office, a body of the Department of Transportation and Communications that is responsible for the operations of all other airports in the Philippines except the major international airports. The Bacolod City Domestic Airport ceased operations on January 17, 2008, prior to the opening of the Bacolod Silly International Airport, which began operations the day after. Ports: Banago Wharf and Bredco Port are the vessel's entry point in Bacolod. It has daily access to Iloilo, with different shipping lines such as 2GO Travel as relaunched in 2012, Wisam Express, OceanJet, Montenegro Lines, Jomalia Shipping and Tri-Star Megalink. There were also access routes to Puerto Princesa via Iloilo City, Cagayan de Oro, General Santos, Zamboanga City, Cotabato, Butuan via Cagayan de Oro route, Dipolog, Iligan, Ozamis, and Surigao City via Cagayan de Oro route. As of 2012 to present, Super Ferry and Negros navigation was relaunched into 2GO travel routes from Bacolod going Manila, Iloilo and Cagayan de Oro. Bacolod is 18 to 23 hours from the port of Manila, 12 to 15 hours from the port of Cagayan de Oro, 2 to 3 hours from Dominguez Port and 1 hour from the port of Iloilo. Land routes: Lacson Street, Bacolod North Bus Terminal. Bacolod has two main roads, Lacson Street to the north and Araneta Street to the south. The streets in the downtown area are one-way, making Bacolod free from traffic congestion. Recently, Bacolod City is experiencing an increase in traffic congestion due to an increase in number of vehicles. By land ferry, Bacolod is approximately an hour directly from Iloilo City, while by land Roro land, Bacolod is approximately 3 hours from Iloilo City via Dominguez route. By land ferry land, Bacolod City is approximately 4 hours and 30 minutes from Cebu City via Toledo San Carlos, Salvador Benedicto route, while it takes approximately 6 hours by land Roro land via same route. By land Roro land, Bacolod is approximately 7 hours and 30 minutes from Cebu City via Tabualan Escalante, Toledo San Carlos, Escalante and Toledo San Carlos, Canlaon routes. Bacolod to Dumaguete via Maybane route is approximately 6 hours, while via Cadiz San Carlos route takes approximately 8 hours, both routes going Negros Oriental. Sister cities of Bacolod are the following: Dumaguete, Negros Oriental; Iloilo City, Iloilo; Legazpi, Albay; Naga, Camarines Sur; Makati, Marikina, Parañaque and Taguig, Metro Manila. I hope that you enjoy watching this video. Thank you so much.